We're joined by Tyson Neighbors, who is a Roy City alumni and now a pitcher at Kansas State. Tyson, thanks for joining us. We wanted to just catch up with you and kind of see what's been going on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I want to start by asking you about your freshman year. Obviously you have the coming out party, if you will, at Globe Life, and there was a big moment for you and for your family and
Yep.
for the community, I'm sure. Can you just talk about that moment?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, first college appearance to go out there, and I was messing with my friends in the dugout, but I was like, I'm going to K the side, and it was just kind of that thought process, and went out there and gave my best stuff and happened to get 3 strikeouts just like I wanted, and it was electric. It's kind of even hard to recall besides like watching the video, because it's just like a blackout moment. Like you're just built up so many emotions, and it's always what you wanted, and it's finally there, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's just incredible.
I want to ask you about your role at K-State.
Just anything I could do out of the pen and get leverage innings and stuff like that, and after the exit meeting, it looks like that's going to be my role in this coming year, is closing and then high leverage innings. So late in the game, tight ball game, maybe a pivot point in the game, throw in there for 1 to 3 innings, and I think that's going to be the role for this upcoming year.
You were a good hitter. You probably still are a good hitter, but in that role, that won't allow for you to be in the lineup. Do you miss hitting?
I do miss hitting. I try to mess around in BP every once in a while, but I know that it's probably better that if we have a DH who's always hitting and can see the ball. I mean, college pitching's different level. It's next level from high school. I mean, you can hit 500 in high school against arms that aren't as great, but once you see 95 with movement and then an off-speed pitch that's a banger, I mean, it's really hard to hit. So credit to hitters for hitting, but I'm gonna stick to pitching.
You had good velocity coming out of high school, and I've heard that you've hit 97 a few times, and you're living in that 94, 95 range. Talk about your strength and kind of progression that you've seen while at K-State.
Just physical strength, just making sure body maintenance. I'm in the gym, working out, doing correctives, doing hip mobility, lat mobility, T-spine mobility, just making sure I'm flexible but have strength within that flexibility. That's why I use the word mobile. So just really mobility and just keeping the arm going and putting on weight and trying to maintain that and hopefully gain more velo is the goal, but ultimate goal is just staying in the zone and being effective in the zone. So.
Tyson, you have dedicated so much time to baseball, and obviously it's a passion for you. Obviously you're focused on this year coming up, but what are some future goals as we just saw the Major League Draft roll by? Is that something that you're a goal you're working towards?
Absolutely. I think anyone who's playing college baseball, for the most part, that their goal is to end up playing at the next level, and that's definitely one of my goals, and hopefully you can be there one day, and that'd be awesome for everybody involved in the process. It'd be great.
You're back here. We're at Roy City High School, and obviously you live here. You get a chance to come back, and you see some of the guys maybe that were underclassmen, or some people just what are kind of some messages you give to guys that are trying to get to the next level in whatever their sport is?
Really just believe in yourself, because 9 times out of 10 you've got the stuff, and it's just that confidence. Once you get in that groove of playing like who you are, being yourself, and knowing that you can dominate at whatever level you're at, it's just kind of smooth sailing from there, and then kind of slow the game down. I didn't really understand that till this year, like going into college. I mean, I feel like I was kind of on top of the world in a sense, but then I got there and like people are telling me, it's like, just slow the game down and you'll be good, and I'm like, I had no idea what that was, and I kind of figured it out early after the first couple outings. Started to speed up on me and then got harder, but kind of now settled down. So really just slowing the game down and believing in yourself, and I really think that that's one of the few things you can do to succeed at the next level.
I want to ask you about Roy City jumping into 6A, as you leave, and now they're stepping up into classification, and that's for all sports. How excited are you to see, your old school, put it to the test against some of the bigger schools?
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I keep up with it a little bit, but since I'm kind of in fall season, I don't get to watch as much as I would hope. But I think it'll be good for them. I mean, I played at Rockwall, so I played most of their competition that they're going to go up against, and I think as long as they're stay in the right headspace, they can win. I mean, I feel like it's all about mentally, like going into the game saying we can dominate them, not going into the game saying I don't know, they're a big school and we were 5A. And like as long as they have the right mindset, I think they'll be smooth sailing.
I want to ask you, Tyson, about your parents and your family. Where does the athleticism and come from? And your sister's having success. You got a younger brother. I mean, what drives your family?
I think all of us just love to compete. I think I couldn't even say who likes to compete more. It's just all at the ceiling. I mean, it's just whatever we're doing, we just want to be the best at and want to win. And if that's not understanding something, then I've got to understand that. If it's being good at this skill, then I've got to practice that skill until I feel like it's where it needs to be, and always trying to perfect the craft all the way around, and it just translates to whatever sport that we're in. So I mean, track, baseball, football, whatever it is, it's just wanting to be the best that we can be. So
I take it that as a family, as kids, y'all were always racing to the door to see who could win. Everything's a competition.
Always. It doesn't matter if I'm playing Kipton and Madden or somebody online who's ranked top in the world. I'm trying to beat them as bad as I can. I'm not taking it easy on him and only winning by a touchdown or letting him score. I'm trying to beat him 100-0. So.
And let me ask you about this upcoming season. Obviously, you'll be into the fall, and then you've got a little while till the baseball season starts up. But as far as recruiting and the team that's coming back, how excited are you guys to get going this next year?
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be really good. It's another high turnover year. So last year I think we had 27 new guys on a 40-man roster, which is a lot. But we had a lot of guys go in the draft and sign as free agents. So we got some guys coming in from the portal, and then some freshman guys, and then the returners are pretty solid. So as long as we gel together, it should be a solid season for us. So it's exciting.
I want to ask you, Tyson, about this summer. You with the Moondogs. For those that aren't familiar with that team, can you just talk about what that is?
Yeah, so the Northwoods League is a league up north. I think it's North Dakota, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and there might be a few states I'm missing out, but it's North Midwest, and it's so in collegiate summer ball you can have anyone on the team as long as they're in college. So you can have JUCO guys, D3, D2, D1, and I'd say most of the teams we faced had a solid Division I lineup, or kids that are really, really good and might not be at the school that they could be at. But it's fun to just go out there and battle against other guys and just tune up the skills in the summer and kind of tune your craft to where you can dominate in the spring, because that's where everyone wants to have success.
And then I want to ask you about an all-star, the all-star game as a freshman. I'm hearing that, only 4 freshmen were chosen out of your division. 17 innings, 21 strikeouts, an ERA below 1. Can you just talk about, that experience?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, just going out there and getting that sort of confidence back that I can stay in the zone and be effective in the zone and not necessarily have to strike out every batter I face. I know that's kind of my mentality, is like, hey, I want to get this punch out, but as long as I'm in the zone, I mean, I can get ground balls, pop-ups, and be better for my team rather than just worrying about that strikeout and possibly sacrificing some walks and stuff like that. So really just tried to stay in the zone and be effective, and it ended up working out. So it was pretty good, pretty fun.
Tyson, man, we wish you all the best. Thank you for the time. Good luck this coming year, and good luck in the off season.
Yep, thanks you for having me. Thank you.